Texas League Baseball is next. And a good Tuesday evening, everybody. We welcome you back to Texas League Baseball. And now, here is the voice of the San Antonio Missions, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. Good evening, everybody. We welcome you back to Nelson Wolff Stadium here in San Antonio, as it's the first game of our six-game set between the visiting Texas Rangers affiliate, the Frisco RoughRiders, taking on the San Diego Padres AA affiliate, the San Antonio Missions. Well, good evening, everybody. We welcome you into the pregame show, joined in the booth by my friend and partner, Bob, as we get set for tonight's game of six between Frisco and San Antonio. So far, pretty good. Partly cloudy skies here this evening as we get things ready to rock and roll, and gotta say, it's tied 30 even between the two of these ball clubs. And so far, San Antonio losing their last three against Wichita last week. And I gotta say, it was a pretty rough one, if you ask me, but most evidently, Frisco getting in there, and boy, they have been really on fire last week against Springfield. And so far, pretty good for them as they took on the RoughRiders the last week, and it was just a pretty good one. Well, yes, joined in the booth by my partner, friend, Bob. How you doing there, Bob?
Doing good, John. How are you?
Doing good. Well, we had a pretty good time last week in Wichita, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did, John.
And gotta say, that was a pretty fun road trip. We made it back to San Antonio. And gotta say, tonight, first game of six between the RoughRiders and Missions here tonight. That is right, Bob. And don't forget, we are live here till Sunday, and then it's our 12-game road series as we are gone for 2 whole weeks. We'll head to Corpus Christi next week for 6 games, and then after that, we leave Corpus Christi to go to Arkansas. And most evidently, that's going to be a long road trip, but most evidently, we've been on longer road trips more than ever before. Well, after that, we'll come back home one more time of the first half, taking on the visiting Amarillo Sod Poodles, and then we'll close out the first half in Midland as we have our 6 last games of the year against the Midland Rockhounds there at Bronco Park. But I will say we won't see Midland again, but we'll definitely will here in San Antonio. And so far, as we get done with 2 North Division teams like Northwest Arkansas and Springfield, we'll definitely have our last 6 times taking on Midland. Well, the Rockhounds will definitely get 12 more games with San Antonio this year. And so far, that would be a pretty good deal once that goes on. But, yeah. Uh-oh, I messed up. Sorry,